What's up? Welcome into Titans Today. I'm Abby Alonzo. We got some new staff members for the Titans, some free agents to talk about. But before we get there, let's drop a like on the video. And look, you can't deny this. If you think the Titans need to boost their roster, go down and like the video. And if you don't like the video, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to everyone else. Go down and like the video if you think the Titans need to boost their roster. All right, so the Titans hired an assistant GM to Ran Carthon, Chad Brinker. He was a Green Bay Packers scout from 2010 to 2017, and according to the Packers, he's been with them for a minute. You look at his background here. He was an assistant director of pro personnel and a salary cap analyst. We'll get to why that's important in a moment. And a personnel football administrative executive. According to the Packers, that role entailed directing the pro personnel department, executing the team's strategy in unrestricted free agency and undrafted free agency while conducting year-round analysis of talent on other NFL rosters. Look, this guy couldn't have come at a better time. I think he will absolutely benefit this team. They talked about how he's a salary cap analyst. We're sitting here, we're literally about to talk about free agent trades. And the Titans are about $24 million over the cap space right now. So this guy coming in, one of his skill sets is being able to kind of finagle the salary cap. This is huge. He very well could come in here and bring some important personnel in because he's able to move things around. He's been doing this for a while. He's got a large repertoire of how to work the personnel kind of things. Albert Breer here was the one who broke it. Source, the Titans are hiring Packers personnel football admin exec Chad Brinker as their new assistant GM. Brinker's got an incredibly diverse skill set and has been on our future GM list for the last 2 years. He'll be part of a Cleveland-like model under new GM Ran Carthon. Think after the coaching hires this past week, a lot of people were iffy. Like, are we going to do anything different this year? You just elevated the passing game coordinator, Tim Kelly, to offensive coordinator. We didn't even look outside of the organization for anything to fix. And I'm hearing all of you. I read the comments. I know a lot of people are not happy. But look, they did bring somebody from the outside in. He's got a lot of experience with this kind of thing. And it shows you that Ran Carthon, Mike Vrabel, the front office, is looking to get some new faces in and see what they can do during the offseason to see who they can bring in. I think Chad Brinker is going to help this roster big time. But you guys, before we head on into free agent targets, let me know who you think the Titans should sign. Who should they go out and get in free agency? I'm going to talk about some guys on the O-line and some receivers, but I want to know what you guys think. If you think they should go out and get a quarterback somewhere or another position you think they're lacking, let me know. Go down in the comment section. Let me know. So let's look at the offensive line depth chart here. Taylor Lewan, I think this guy is cooked. I hate to say it. He's about, 31 now and injury prone? I don't think that is exactly what the Titans need to continue to try to build up this franchise. I think this O-line needs a complete revamp. That is a very common mindset to have within the Titans fan base right now. I think everybody's on the same page when it comes to this. Something's got to give. Bring in some new guys. Even PFF, I mean, they back up the claim that the O-line is just not it. The Tennessee line ranks last in PFF pass blocking efficiency over the season, 81.3, giving up 172 pressure points on 531 pass blocking snaps. The Titans rank third worst in the league for yards generated before contact and running play, averaging just 1.0 yards per year. Yeah, that's not great. You want a high-functioning offense, it starts with your O-line. So here are a couple guys that could come in and bolster that O-line, kind of give a little bit more of a presence, the presence they've been lacking. Ben Powers with the Ravens, Isaac Seumalo, who I am going to touch on in a moment because I love him, Dalton Risner, and Justin Pugh. These guys are guys that could come in. They're free agents. You bring them in. You kind of let them start building a foundation with this O-line, bring in some continuity. So let's talk about Seumalo because this guy is something. He is the Eagles O-line is the best in the league right now. Clearly, they are in the Super Bowl. but he's kind of a sleeper. I think he went through the Liz Frank injury in 2021, only played 3 games that season, came back, but still like no production went downhill. He is still kind of a quiet guy. Jason Kelly says that he's smart, versatile, can pretty much play any position up front. And PFF actually has him as the 9th best guard in the league, and he was a Pro Bowl alternate. And you look at his stats, those are great. That's exactly what the Titans are looking for. The question is, are the Eagles going to let him go? Because I don't know. You got the best O-line in the league. I don't know that you let one of your best guys go. But he's absolutely somebody that could come in, help bolster that front, the front guys, and hopefully get this offense moving. So I think the Titans, if possible, especially with Brinker coming in, able to kind of move that cap space around, I think if it's possible, they should absolutely go after Isaac Seumalo. I think he would be a huge, huge asset to the O-line and the offense in general. So you guys head down. Let me know. Do you like Isaac Seumalo? Do you like somebody else? If you think the Titans should sign him, type Y for yes. If you don't, type N for no. You can tell me why, too. I read all the comments. Love chopping it up with you guys. The next position that we need to look at is, of course, the wide receiver position. Robert Woods, he's gone. Let's just get it out of our system now. It's time to say goodbye. He is just taking up too much cap space, too much money for not enough production. Treylon Burks, we keep hitting on this. He can't do it alone. He went through some injuries in his rookie season, turf toe, concussions. But I think bringing in another guy to kind of complement Burks could turn this offense into a little bit of a weapon, regardless of who is under center. If you have good receivers and you just have somebody under center or at quarterback who can just game manage, I think your receivers do a lot here. And again, if you got the O-line, that's where it starts. But Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, Racey McMath, they're not these game changer type of guys. I think they're more kind of just there. They flash in some games, and other than that, they're just there. It's not a secret that the passing game was stagnant. Tim Kelly was the passing game coordinator. He's now the offensive coordinator. I don't know how much changes other than the personnel. So let's look at some guys that could be brought into this Titans team to hopefully help out in that area. Darius Slayton with the Giants. He did well with Daniel Jones this season. The problem with him is that he's injury prone. He's reliable when he's healthy, but he's injury prone, and I know that you guys are absolutely against bringing anyone in with injuries given the Titans' injury history. You can't catch a break. The Titans are always injured, one of the most injured teams in the league, so bringing in a wide receiver who's great when he's healthy is not really the answer. So if Darius Slayton could stay healthy, he'd be awesome. I don't know that he can stay healthy. Parris Campbell, he had a good year. Set some new career highs in receptions and yards, but he didn't have a quarterback, and that could also be a problem in Tennessee. Is he going to have a quarterback here? You know, there was a lot of question in Indianapolis about who would play quarterback. They kind of went back and forth, and Parris Campbell really didn't get the chance to form a connection with the offense and get into a rhythm or get a movement going. He had a good year, but he could have done better. So, I mean, bringing him down here, he's shown that he's got the talent to do something. It's just a matter of who he can connect with at quarterback. Allen Lazard, and this guy is my favorite on this list, and I will touch on him in a moment, but let's talk about Mack Hollins. Mack Hollins, solid addition, but not necessarily a game changer. I think he's kind of in a guy who's also just kind of there. He can help out when needed, but he's not a big name that's going to come in and turn this offense around. Maybe a good compliment to Treylon Burks, but I'm not sure this is the best option on this list. And then DJ Chark. I really like Chark. He did a lot for the Lions when he was healthy. He flashed. He had some good games, but he did go through a bunch of injuries this season, and he is also a little bit injury prone. So I hear you. I know we don't want to bring anybody in who's got injury problems because the Titans already deal with enough injuries. So My favorite on this list is Allen Lazard. Why do you like him so much? Well, let me tell you. His stats are good, but remember, he kind of took a back seat to rookie Christian Watson in the second half of the season. Aaron Rodgers started targeting Watson more. Lazard kind of took a back seat, but he still put up some good production. He had new career highs in receptions and yards while scoring 6 touchdowns. I mean, that's good. If you're not the number one target and you're still putting up those kind of numbers, that's really good. And like I said, we're looking for somebody to complement Treylon Burks, to be another option for Ryan Tannehill or whoever is the quarterback this next season. Just kind of add some levels to this offense, some more options to run with. He did hint at the end of the season that he will not be returning to Green Bay. He said it was his last game at Lambeau. He all but said that. I mean, I don't know how it's your last game and you're not returning. He didn't say that he was done. I don't know. I don't think he's going back to Green Bay. I think he's looking for somewhere else. Maybe Tennessee. Maybe that's where he lands and he's able to kind of take a front runner position on the offense as wide receiver 1, 2, depending on what's going on with Treylon Burks. But you need somebody in here. I like Allen Lazard. I think he brings a veteran presence to an offense that clearly needs that. And I'd go get him. But who do you think the Titans should sign? Of those guys, any other guys you can think of, let me know in the comments section. Tell me who you think the Titans should go out and sign in NFL free agency.